my movie room collection. Hopefully this spring and summer I could still add a couple interesting titles to the collection. My collection is mostly about the older movies. Movies I never got to rent, movies I never got to see when Blockbuster was open. And those are the titles I'm writing down. Hopefully you get to some of them. Because they're getting more expensive out of print and hard to find. Or they cost more than 50, 60 bucks. And I don't know if I could get to those, but VHS is always kind of expensive with horror, so I don't have very many horror on VHS. Most of it's on DVD, and I'll get into my music and games every now and then, and hopefully every year I could at least get one TV show. I'm hoping near end of the year, around winter, I can pick up a TV show. This year I'm hoping to get Roseanne and some smaller stuff like Home Improvement, those kind of TV shows. And then work on my cartoon. I can find some Simpsons, South Park locally. I'll look for those when I go thrifting again in the spring. And I'm making shelving for the other room now. At least one wall I'll have some shelving for VHS. Because I'm running out of room here. I'm okay on the DVD for quite a while, but VHS is kind of getting hard. So if I can find 2, 3, or 4 VHS every time I go, I'll be okay on a smaller budget. Last year I needed more movies, so I was getting really hard to get to a couple of them. But hopefully this year I can be on a smaller budget and pop in 1 or 2 things here and there. I should be okay with that. Let's see what thrifting will have to offer. If I can find something for VHS or DVD, maybe some Blu-ray will come in. That's all I could hope for, or some cartoon. I'm not going to find a horror locally that much. I don't find that locally anyway. Most of it I have to import, and that's where you pay a little bit more money for. So it's pretty hard to find horror for VHS. Stuff like Friday the 13th, Halloween's crazy price because of shipping. Otherwise, they would be fair priced, 40, 50 bucks, but you're paying another 40, 50 bucks on shipping, and that's where it gets too expensive. If I can find it locally for 20, 30 bucks, I will definitely try to pick it up. But eBay prices, VHS is kind of crazy priced. But I will try to get to a few things down the line, or I'll switch into my games and my music. I'll work on my songs, my costume. I'm going to keep the dolly form. I want to have the dolly form when I sing. So you see like a girl figure form, and then the male voice comes through. That was the idea, and keep it country. And it's kind of fun. And do my gameplay, come back into my games once in a while, get out a little bit in the summer, and anytime I can salvage wood on furniture, I'll do that. I can reuse it for shelving, and that's how I managed to get all the shelving made. I salvage a lot of wood. Buying wood is really hard. Or you're either buying wood or you're buying movies. I would rather buy movies, but I have to put a little bit of money into what to get things started. And this is the collection. I'll show you a little bit in the other room what I'm doing. A little bit extra storage there as well. And this is the main room. It's not a basement, but it looks kind of neat now. It's got some more promos, and I do have a lot of old vintage dolls on display, and a little bit of toy cars and stuff like that all around. And back to the collection. A little bit Star Wars figures in the corner. My records, started collecting records last year, mostly country and western. And my music's over here, my games, and I might have to move all the DVD here so I can get this whole area here for VHS. As long as I have good snacks, I'll put a little something in here and there for a movie, and try to get something off my movie list is the main thing. And I'll show you a little bit what I'm doing in the other room. So this is the other part of the movie area, expanding into the storage room. I'm using this one wall only talk about my board games, but you don't normally see them. They're just like childhood memories, and that's what I collect on. Old board games I remember that I had when I was younger. Checkers, Monopoly, and stuff like that. And here's going to be for old VHS. Still need to put backing on it, but it's not an attic here, so it's a room, so I might not need to. They won't fall through. They'll be flush against the wall. And I made this from old furniture, so it saved me a fair bit of money on wood. I still use a couple old tools I have in hand, and still got more